Hello, I'm Simulated Erk and welcome back to another episode of Train Station Simulation. Let's have a look at our map and we'll update you with the progress that we've made so far. Our first station was Cleanville and we managed to clean that up just fine. It wasn't very clean when we started, but it was clean by the time we finished. Then we moved up the line to Gemtown, and it was a little gem by the side of the ocean. However, having said that, it was in a big state of disrepair, lots of graffiti, the basement was flooded, but overall we did a good job and we renovated that station very, very well. Now our next station, let's have a look at our information about that. After the station was closed, a transport company started to use it to get rid of radioactive waste. There are a lot of waste barrels inside the building. At the station there is an old tank which a slime is draining for some time. The building itself is run down and tattered. However, it was closed not long enough for the squatters and junkies to appear there. So this is Railtown. Before that we cleaned Gemtown and Cleanville. Let's get started and let's do our renovation. Now so we have to clean up the train station, wear a protective suit, open the outbuilding, dispose of the toxic waste barrels, clear the spots of toxic substances and furnish the station. So we've got a lot to do. We have a lot to do, and here we are. Wear a protective suit. Now, I presume I go over here, and I presume that we pick up. You need a protection suit. Okay, so that's our protective suit, and not exactly sure what that is, but our first job is to open the outbuilding. But before we do that, we're going to have a look around the station and we can see exactly what we're in for. As always, we're not going to complete this on the first episode because there is just so much to do. And wow, there is a lot to do just from what I can see already. So we need to put a bin down. So we'll do that right here. And we'll have a look around. That's our truck. That's warning people of toxic waste. Actually, we should go over to it and have a look around as part of our... Maybe this is where we need to dump the toxic waste to remove it. I'm not sure. It hasn't really told us what this van is for, or if it's just a prop that we need to get rid of. There's nothing, I can't click on it or anything. Can I click on the back door there maybe? So we'll go to the front door. Doesn't look like we can do anything with it. Okay, so let's go. Now we have our obvious stuff there, the garbage there, the green ooze. We'll stay well away from that as we can, even though we're in a radiation suit. We'll head to the platform. We've actually got 2 platforms. So we will go over here and we'll buy another container. Need to leave the construction perimeter. So we can put our rubbish there. Those concrete blocks need to go. We need to avoid the ooze. That must be the outbuilding that we need to open. So we'll walk down. We'll put another container over here because there's going to be a lot of stuff to dump. A lot of stuff to dump. And the outside, I'm not going to even bother to look at the inside at the moment. Now, I don't know, I think that area where the waste truck is, I think that's where we have to dump the radioactive waste and then somebody collects it. So let's do a scan of the area and that will tell us what we have to do. So we'll scan this way. We've got a lot to do, so let's get on with it. Let's get rid of the ooze. Oh, I need to, if I can remember how. Was that... Needed to remember how to get rid of the, That's a tab? No. No, tab was for the... Oh, gee, what was the... What was the button? We'll complete our scan first. So we've got at least 30 items that we need to deal with so far. And we haven't even checked out this main platform yet. Oh, we've got to replace rails and everything according to this. We'll probably have to get rid of those. I don't know if we can get rid of the Ooze wagons. Oh, we have to replace some of the wheels of the Ooze wagons, so it seems. Lots of stuff to clean up. Now, how far do we go down? No, not that far. So this is our... this is what we're dealing with. So the first thing to do, the biggest hazard to get rid of is the ooze. And we'll just deal with the outside for the moment. So this is going to be a big job. I don't know how many episodes this is actually going to take to actually do. It usually on the other stations that I've done so far, it's taken about 4 half-an-hour episodes, half-hour, 40-minute episodes. So I'm just getting some specialist advice in relation to the Ooze. So we need to remove the radioactive waste, remove the garbage and equip the... So we need to drag all the waste barrels into the fence part near the black van, and then we deactivate the radioactive contamination from the barrels, the green puddles. We need to replace damaged sleepers and clean the rails and fix the bogies. So there's a lot to be done. Now I'm just double checking if there's any special things that we have to do in relation to the Ooze. Because there's certainly a lot of Ooze there. Okay, so yep, that's fine. I can't see anything obvious to oh yes, that's right. So we'll go and put that back in the car, so we won't need that for the moment, but we will need the first thing that we will do is collect the Ooze and do the decontamination, and that, depending on how long that takes us, we might actually do it. Alright, so let's do a job first of grab the Ooze, because that's the biggest risk. So, and that way also, once we've decontaminated everything, we won't have to wear the radioactive suit, because it will decontaminate everything. I'm not really worried about little things like beer bottles and that at this stage. So there's certainly a lot of Ooze around to pick up. And there's only, whoops, where did I throw that? That's not the words that you want to hear if you're handling radioactive waste. Where did I leave that? So what this has effectively done, compared to previous stations, this has added an extra level of complexity, and it's basically added an extra step, whereas in previous levels, previous stations, I'd just immediately go around and pick up all the rubbish first of all. This is actually super important to do this first. Actually, this would be a good test for somebody who has to work on things like renovations and that sort of thing. It's like, what are you going to do first? And if somebody says, "Oh, I'm going to pick up all the bottles," wrong. You're going to pick up all the Ooze first, are you not? You know, and things like it's saying to unlock, open the outbuilding. That's very low on the list of my priorities at this stage. I think we've got one more out here. This one. So I'm just going to do a scan outside to make sure that I've picked them all up. I'm pretty sure that I have. The leftover ooze we'll handle in a minute. Yeah, the puddles, it looks like there's one in there. So we'll just check around here just to make sure we haven't missed any. Alright, so what we're going to have to do now, there's some inside while we've got our no, we're just going to have to get the axe out, or maybe the crowbar. Yeah, the crowbar will get the crowie out, good old crowbar, and we'll open this door only at this stage. If we can open, says we can open. Maybe we can't open it with a crowbar in our hands. Hands. Oh, we got to wreck that one too, do we? No, maybe we'll go to another door. I just want the one door at the moment, and probably this one. Why you not let me go inside? Axe. Hands. No, it's not letting me go inside for some reason. A door we can go through. This is very odd. Oh, hang on, there's another one up there we need to get rid of. Not tab. Alright. There we go, we should be able to go in now. There we go. Oh, and it was barricaded. This one was barricaded from the inside. Okay, let's continue to pick up the ooze. There we go. We'll drop you there. Pick you up. Another one here. Drop you there. Oh, 3 here. They certainly have been using it as a radioactive storage facility, haven't they? There we go, that'll be easy to get through the door that way. Alrighty, let's go. I think there was one more. You escaped. Oh, these two have rolled out of the area. It doesn't look like I can pick them up again. Alright, one final check inside. What we actually might have to do to make sure that there's not... Gonna have to break procedure. For a little bit, because there actually may be more stored in here. Normally I don't go inside for the first episode at all. We can dismantle the rest of that later. Why can I not do that? Yeah, it says I need the crowbar. I just had the crowbar. Why can't I dismantle yet? There we go. Just to make sure that there's no more ooze apart from the usual ooze that's in the toilet. Okay. I don't think there were any more. Were there any more in here? No, well, we can get rid of all that sort of stuff later. And while we're here, while we're dismantling stuff, we should have a look at the outbuilding, because there could be stuff in there as well. Just to make sure that there's no more ooze. Doors are locked. Need the bolt cutters from the car. Okay, let's go and get them. I wasn't going to do it that early, but there may be others. I want the bolt cutters. Here we go. I wasn't going to do it this early, but there could be more ooze in there, so it's probably important to do this now while we've got all the protective gear on. Open the door, and hello, welcome to 3 Mile Island. So if we'll go and put the put the bolt cutters back. We're going to just use our hands for the next bit. How many barrels have they got in here? There's like 3 barrels in here. So we'll get rid of these. Whoops. So there's 2 more. Alrighty, let's go. Now that, I think, is the last one. But we'll just double check. Yep, that's the last one. We're not going to worry about dismantling anything at the moment. That is the last one. So it'll tell us now to dispose of the toxic waste barrels. How we do that, I don't actually know. How am I supposed to get rid of the toxic waste barrels? Isn't putting them there enough? So if I do a scan now, so dispose of the toxic waste barrels. I'll find out how to do that. You can see what else is going on around Channel Erk, and I'll be back in a minute, and hopefully we'll finish getting rid of the ooze. I actually had to walk up to the door switch, and when I walked up to the door switch, look at this, it's highlighted. So if I walk backwards, what I was trying to do for 7 minutes was try and use it from back here, and just like a laser pointer, just go, okay, zip, boing! I want to open that door. But what I have to do, and it's a lesson I'll never forget in this game, you actually have to walk up to stuff and go, hey, you're a door switch. Doesn't matter where you press the left hand button, function selection, sign off job, not yet, feature hasn't been unlocked yet. Later you'll be able to sign off a finished job and move the bus to the testing bay and back using the door switch. Close this dialog box. So it didn't even want me to open the it just wanted to show me how to do it, but I just spent a good 10 minutes thinking that it wanted me to open the door, and then it says, later you'll be able to sign off a finished job and move the bus to the testing bay and back using the door switch. Close this dialog box. welcome back to removing the ooze. And I've just been trying to look up how to remove these toxic waste barrels. It appears as though once I've actually placed them in that area, I can't pick them up again. So I don't know if there's anything. Do I hit them, for instance, with a crowbar? No, it won't let me do any of that. So it says in the fenced area, so that's in the fenced area. They rolled later, so what we will do now instead is we'll put Mr. Crowbar away, and we'll put on our suit. Whoops, no, we'll actually pick that up. So do we... Okay, so do we walk over to the ooze? Because that's what I think... Oh yes, so we're actually decontaminating this whole area. The so we're decontaminating this area first. I'd really like to decontaminate the area where the barrels are. Okay, so that's good. So there's some over here. Well, there's quite a lot over here. Now it's saying to paint. We're not actually painting, I believe, but we are getting rid of the ooze. We may have to actually dismantle. We'll see how we go. We might actually have to dismantle that bench, which we were going to do anyway, but we'll see if we can work around it, which we have. So that's gone. While we're here, there's some up here we need to get rid of. Realistically, you'd be doing this to the entire station, you know, before you do anything else, once you've actually got rid of the barrels, realistically. Okay, that's gone, that's gone. As I said, not worried about rubbish on this episode. Lots to get rid of around here. Alright, that's good. Now there was some in here. So that's all good. That's cool. Now we'll go around the back. So if we go over here, there's nowhere that we're supposed to spray. Right. So I think there was one area, because the rest of that was all clear, just this area here. We'll check in here. No, all that looks okay for the moment. We'll worry about getting rid of the rubbish, etc. a little bit later on. We'll close that door. let's do it. So I don't know how we're supposed to dispose of the toxic barrels. Maybe I was supposed to be a bit neater than that, but I don't see anything like that. So we're actually looking in terms of getting rid of the Ooze. We're actually looking quite good. Oh, hang on. Alright, we'll put you... Alright. So we'll pick you up. We'll put you in there as well. Now can we pick up these barrels? No, we can't. Everything... So what we'll just do a quick walk around the station and see what we can see. See if there's... I don't think there's any more ooze to be collected. Wish I can get rid of those radioactive wagons as well, but that doesn't appear to be the object at the moment. Like getting rid of the wheels and everything seems to be, but not the actual... Alright, so there's lots of items that we need to get done, but that is basically our station for the moment. This episode, I'm Simulated Erk. I need to do some more research in relation to actually getting rid of the toxic waste barrels. Maybe I've done it wrong. We'll see. We'll see you on the next episode of Simulated Erk. Train station renovation. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.